Alright, what's up you guys? For those of you that watched the NC30 video, which I know most of you guys happen to do that workout over the NC45. Again, formerly, those are the former names. They are now NC HIT and NCX. So this is the NCX workout for Saturday, April 4th. I happen to like the stimulus in this workout a bit more than the shorter workout. So we happen to have a Tabata style, which is that 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest, but doubled. So instead of going for 4 minutes, you'll be going for 8 minutes. And I like the two movements that they have paired, which is just a dumbbell bicep curl and a dumbbell deficit push-up. So it's really going to attack your upper body, and I think it's a good day to get a upper body pump. So you are going to alternate those movements every 20 seconds and 10 seconds off for 8 minutes. I'd like to have you guys practice a slightly different technique than you are used to for those, and I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. The second part of the workout, because that is not it by itself, is going to be a kind of moderate length AMRAP, so 16 minutes of a 400-meter run, 20 tuck jumps, 20 up downs, and 20 dumbbell hang power clean. So quite a lot of work, bigger sets. Probably get somewhere between 3 and 4 rounds, given how fast you are able to usually run. I'd like to keep you around that 2-minute pace. So again, if you're in your neighborhood and you don't know exactly how far 400 meters is, I'd rather have you run hard for 2 minutes than end up going too far. The tuck jump, the up down, and the dumbbell hang power clean are all going to challenge how well you can use your hips. So how well can you kind of let them sit back and then let them open up, and it's going to be a lot of repetitions of that. So probably come Sunday you'll be a little bit sore in the hips. And I like the way that these two kind of run together. So let's go over the standards for the first part, which is the dumbbell bicep curl and the dumbbell deficit push-up. Have my pair of dumbbells, something that's going to allow me to continue working for 20 seconds. What I want to see is you guys pull your shoulder blades back, open up your chest like you're being beamed up. You're going to tilt the dumbbells outwards, and from here I'm thinking about moving from the elbow. I'm going to lift to about shoulder height, hold, and come back down. From the side it should look like this. Too often with these bodybuilding movements, we kind of just run through the motions, when it's pretty important to make sure that we can control the movement as much as possible. These are things that are going to address our weaknesses, like arm strength, and we need to make sure that we are actually addressing those weaknesses. The next thing we're going to do is that dumbbell deficit push-up. You guys are pretty used to doing this with all the dumbbell work that we had before. I'm just going to set these down, kind of in a neutral grip, maybe even like a 45 right underneath my shoulders. If you are doing these, it's because you're already good at push-ups and you can achieve that longer range of motion. I still need to be able to touch my chest to the ground, even though I'm about 2 inches farther away from the ground. So if you don't happen to have a push-up already, this isn't what I want you to be doing. We can be doing a regular from the knee push-up with your palms on the ground. This is the dumbbell deficit push-up. When you look back on that, I want you to make sure that you yourself can keep your hips off of the ground. Notice I even kind of tuck my butt up a little bit, and I'm not letting them sag into the floor. I don't want this to be a hip-driven movement where it turns into the worm, and we've talked about this a lot in our classes. So make sure that you can do that push-up from here rather than from the hip. So those are our two movements that you'll see in the longer Tabata. Recommend starting a 8-minute clock and then just working for 20 seconds, resting for 10 seconds. Every 30 seconds, you're going to switch movements. You'll go back and forth. The next thing we're gonna do is run. I don't have space in here to run, so I'm not gonna, nor do you need to see me do that. Again, trying to keep that 2-minute pace on a 400. And the tuck jumps, which is that next movement, is going to be from standing. I'm going to sit my knees back, my knees forward, my hips back, and from here, just like a push press stance, I'm going to jump myself up and tuck my knees to at least waist height. And the goal of this is to keep the movement going. So it should look like this. And continuing the movement versus, oh, okay, stop, and then go again. For at least sets of 10. If you gotta shake it out, if you have to catch your breath, which is very understandable, go ahead and do so. The up down, something that we're used to. I wanna bring back the hips just like in the push-up, making sure that I don't let my hips go past my normal push-up plank position. If anything, I do them a little high, and I'm totally okay with that because I care about how well you can kind of snap yourself into that long position and then close yourself back up. So standing. Want to make sure that you can get your feet up quick and then pull them back in quickly. That way we're not actually holding any type of plank. The last thing is our dumbbell hang power clean. So starting from the knees, allowing your hips to go back, just like our jump that we were doing earlier, except now I'm going to allow those dumbbells to come up and into our front rack. I would like to see you guys not muscle clean these, so please practice. You don't have to move your feet, but at least catching in that power position. So allow yourself to open up and then close back down. If you're noticing, that's kind of the trend. Tuck jump, open up, close back down. Up, down, open up, close back down. So I want to see how well can we put together our hip and knee function rapidly. That is our last part of the NCX workout. Hope you guys enjoy these. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out to one of us coaches.